welcome to Memory Monday, Season 2, Episode 10. So today, we're going to be taking a look at two crew chiefs from a long time ago that Mattel has made, but they're not that rare, which is Chief RPM and Roman Dunes. So, however, first let's take a look at Chief RPM, and we'll say Roman for the best because there is some stuff I want to talk about with Roman along with No Stall. So, first we'll take a look at Chief RPM, and there are some screenshots where Chief RPM appeared in the Dinoco 400. He was Winford's crew chief in the first Cars movie. And he was saying, Winford, get on the track. And he was saying, get back on the track, Winford. That's what Chief RPM was saying. But sadly, he didn't have a name. But the problem with Chief RPM is that he does not have the Chuck Manifold model. But he was white in the movie, which it's nice they gave him yellow, which is personally nice in my opinion, which I pretty don't mind. But I mind about the model. Hopefully, Chief RPM will get a re-release in Thailand, and they'll make him the Chuck Manifold model. Hopefully. In the future. Without a doubt. So, however, speaking of diecast, here are screenshots about Chief RPM's releases in the past. The first one was in Race-O-Rama. The second one was in Lenticular Eyes. It says, look, my eyes change. And his latest release was in 2015 with the Piston Cup Series. He was in a 2-pack with Petrol Pulaski with the Unibody version of Petrol. And personally, I wish Winford was in this series because Chief RPM and Petrol Pulaski, the re-release version in the 2015 Mainline. But hey, at least we have the 2019 version of Winford, which I personally do not have the Thailand version of Winford. Because I'm collecting the Cars 1 races as a lot of variations because I love the Cars 1 races because they are so nostalgic to me. Enough ranting or talking about Chief RPM's appearances and releases. Without further ado, let's talk about him. So here's Chief RPM. He does look pretty stressed out because he wanted to get Winford to win the race. There's the RPM with yellow. It's nice they made him a golden yellow, but one of my personal least favorites. And there's L2814 RPM. There's the RPM logo. Nighttime backfire suppressant. And what disappoints me that he does have the mouth plate. But oh well, he does have, his eyes are metal. And he was made on the 323rd day of 2008. He does have this nice headset. Yellow rims. Definitely a nice one to have in your collection. A personally nice one. Looks really, really nice. And not only that, Chief RPM was one of the first crew chiefs that Mattel has made, along with Chief No Stall. What a coincidence! Along with RPM and No Stall were one of the first races to be released by Mattel. They were two Mattel's favorites. What a coincidence! Now let's take a look at Roman Dunes. So we're talking about Roman Dunes right now, but here are screenshots about where Roman appeared. He did appear in the Dinoco 400 for Todd Marcus, and he is accurate to the movie. And I'm glad Pixar gave him a name. They called him Roman Dunes, which is very, very cool and awesome. Some screenshots where Roman appeared. And he said, Todd, get back on the track. Don't get hurt. That's what Roman was trying to say. In the Dinoco 400. And however, here are Roman's releases in the past. First one was in 2008, the World of Carvers as a single, or the Team No Star 3-pack with Todd Marcus and Shirley Spinout. And in Race-O-Rama, he was in a short card single and in a 3-pack with Vertical with the pack, but it kind of sucks that the Race-O-Rama 3-packs for the team packs didn't get the tool cart and tires, just like Shiny Wax, Experiment, and No Star, along with Leakless, but Stacy got the tool cart and tires, which is pretty nice. Maybe Mattel wants to save their money, I think, back then. But oh well. But at least we have the Untitled Crew Chief, which is awesome. And his last release was the Lenticular Eyes version, which is Look My Eyes changed back in 2010. Roman never got a re-release in 10 years later. That's just crazy. If Roman's gonna get a re-release, he'll be in Thailand or have a Unibody version. Because Roman is also one of my favorite crew chiefs because of the sponsor No Star. So without further ado, let's take a look at Roman. Here is Roman. He does look pretty disgusted, I think. There's the No Star logo. And what I see is the trademark No Star with the checker flag. It says 13B19. The cool headset, all red. He was made on 179th day of 2008. What's very funny about Roman Dunes is that he is the first Piston Cup Crew Chief that Mattel has made. Not just oil filter, senior tracks, pick crew member Doc, or pick Ernest B. Riggs. Roman Dunes was the actual first crew chief that Mattel has made from the Piston Cup. That's a fun fact. Looks very nice, and I love the shading red on Roman. It looks so awesome. And I seen on eBay recently, I do not see Chief RPM and Roman. They are not that rare, thankfully. But in that 3-pack is pretty rare with Shirley Spinout. No Star. Definitely one of my favorite crew chiefs. So, there's a quick clip of the comparison with Roman Dunes along with race official Tom. They are literally have the same model, but Tom does not have a separate mount plate. And however, in the car's high octane mod, there is actually the No Star Crew Chief, which is white, which is very cool. On the super dry version of Carlsberg National High Octane, which is very cool. And I believe he did appear in Race-O-Rama, the game, at the Raiders Spring Speedway. Well, actually, speaking of No Star, Todd Marcus is actually getting a re-release for the 2021 Mainline, the Cars 1 version. So, this is the 2014 version that I have. I personally love the 2014 version because it looks much cleaner in my opinion, and the flat eye, and personally in my opinion. And Todd Marcus will be orange as a Thailand variant. And personally, in my opinion, it's just a speculation. And however, as in Cars 3, there's Chief No Stall and the Chief RPM. But on the right photo, I may be wrong, but there are two screenshots of the Chief No Stall and Chief RPM from Cars 3 before we're ending up the video. And hopefully Mattel can release more crew chiefs. I doubt that Mattel will release all the next gen crew chiefs. And that'll do it for Memory Monday, Season 2, Episode 10. I totally hope you guys enjoyed. And let me know in the comment section below. Who is your favorite crew chief in this video? Roman Dunes or Chief RPM? I'll have to go at Roman Dunes because I love the No Stall sponsor and Roman got a name and he's accurate to the movie compared to Chief RPM, while Chief RPM's model is inaccurate. But what is yours? And see you next time and goodbye.
Hold me close till I get out.